Okay, guys, quick update with Bitcoin. I'm going to cover some key levels, your most key levels above. We did get up daily open above this level I've been talking about, this yellow macro trend line, and we shot straight up. Now, this caught me off guard, especially since this happened on the weekend. So I just want to cover a few things, show you some upside targets I'm paying attention to, as well as something with the indices, and that's why I want to have this up before Monday. Guys, if you want to get leverage trading, Coincatch is a great option. There's no KYC. If you want to sign up, the link's pinned in the first comment description. If you learn how to create an account, transfer funds to your futures account, and trade using the tools they have, open a long, short, set of stop loss, adjust your stop loss, how to do hedges, all that. This tutorial video, how to trade on Coincatch. Link this video now if you want to check it out. I do have some other no KYC options in the description if you want to check those out as well. So again, the last video I talked about this macro yellow trend line. Again, it was a 0.2 chance of short. Obviously, if we get above, and if that is bullish, and that is how it played out. Again, you can see here in Discord, and I was talking about this level here. You can see we got rejected, daily open below, we pushed up, daily open above, and this point we dropped back below and pushed above. And again, I was expecting us to go sideways being the weekend. And we started pushing up. I was making some posts about this pattern right here. Again, this caught me off guard, so I opened a short right here and actually was up about this point. I set a stop loss. But I've noticed these patterns here. We'll get to the indices. I just want to cover this because this is something that happens often. You'll be in some kind of rising wedge. You notice you'll break down from it and we break back into the pattern. Usually these are bullish indicators. The same thing if we push above and drop back into, and I had mentioned this, if we go down below, I talked about we might just get another one. This was on the 15-minute. This is the pattern we're in. We broke below, we broke back into. I said we might just get another one, and then it played out exactly. As soon as we pushed back into it, we pushed up. And your next major resistance level above is around 81,500, 81,600, and that's what we're going to cover right now with a few different charts. But I just want to explain to you, again, it's a little strange Bitcoin's pushing up this fast on the weekend, but this is what I was referring to. Notice we broke down from this rising wedge. We pushed back up into the channel. That was bullish. And then on the 15-minute, the same thing happened. We broke down from the channel, pushed back up into it, and then we pushed up. Your next matching resistance levels that I have on the H1 chart is around 81,600. Next level above is around 84,000. Obviously, if we continue up, this is a point I would chance a scalp short. As long as we are above this yellow macro trend line, guys, I would stay bullish. I would only scalp shorts. If we get back below 76,500, then we'll see what happens from that point. But as I said, if we hold above this point, that is bullish. Otherwise, we'd get a rejection. Now, it played out on the weekend that we pushed up, so we have to take it for what it is. I would like to point out that you can see that this is a matching resistance level here on the D1 chart. 81,600 matches completely with the H1 chart. So again, I'm saying this would be a point to open a scalp short. And I only say that because the H1 chart matches the D1 chart around 81,600. Your next resistance level just above on the D1 chart is around 85,000. And the reason there's a lot of significance to that level, and again, when I get into the indices and cover the Dow Jones, look, if we push up, if the indices start pushing up and you're looking for a point to potentially short, that would be your next target. And as you can see, this is the book maps or heat maps for Bitcoin. If you can see my mouse right up here, there's a lot of liquidity up around 85,000. You can see there's not much liquidity above that point. So if the indices continue up on Monday and Bitcoin continues pushing up, well, we have a lot of liquidity around 85,000. And as you can see, right here, 85,000 is your next level just above 81,600. But I would scalp a short at 81,600. Let me be very clear. I would be holding your longs, only scalping shorts. But your first target scalp a short is around 81,600. This is the O1 chart. It's just another chart that you can. I have multiple charts to use, and what you do is you look at multiple charts and look for a confluence. So that's three charts in confluence. You have the H1 chart, 81,600. You have the D1 chart, 81,600. And then you have the O1 chart, and I can just zoom out and show you how price has been respecting this yellow trend line, going all the way back to, this was the 28th of August 2022. You see how price has been respecting this line. We are at that line now. So that's 3 points of confluence around 81,500, 81,600 to open or chance a short. Again, if we get above that and hold, guys, that's what happens. If you get above a key resistance, well, and that holds the support, you're going to push up. We get a breakout. So again, those are the levels to pay attention to. I showed you why. Now let's get on to the Dow. Now these are two charts in confluence. Now all I can tell you is, now again, resistance levels can be broken. You short resistance, you long support. This blue flip circle here, you can see we actually, when we touched this this blue ring, we got a slight rejection, and then we pushed above it. Right, we shot straight up, came back down. Same thing could happen. We could push right above this point. It does not have to be rejected at this point. I would like to point out there is a gap on the Dow down here around 42,234. And this is a ring. This is just a point where something can happen. By itself, that would not be enough for me to say, yeah, you might want a chance to short, or be careful, you might get a rejection. But this chart, along with this chart, this is one I've had up for quite a while. If you notice this yellow trend line, this has been, it was support right here. It was support, right? Support, 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 flipped as resistance, 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 and we are testing that point again. And just because we have two charts, let me get rid of this here. Just because we have two charts, right? This is a resistance level we're testing right now. That means come Monday when markets open, we might get a rejection at this point. And it just so happens that key resistance level on the Dow, remember indices typically move together. So if we get a strong rejection on Monday, all right, and again, we tested a ring. Some of you guys think these rings are a joke. I don't know, but just because we tested this ring and got a rejection right at this point, and because we're testing a key resistance level on the Dow, it looks like we could get a rejection at this point. Obviously, if we break above this point, we're going to get one hell of a huge breakout to the upside with the Dow. Again, if we blow past this blue ring and this resistance level, that is going to be super bullish. And again, as I said, above this point to me was already bullish. All right, so pay attention and see what happens. See if the markets start getting a strong rejection on Monday. If so, and we come back down and drop below 76,381, then this was nothing more than just a pump to take out liquidity this weekend before more downside. And do not forget, we do have a gap down below. So I just want to point that out. Pay attention. You can go to, if you go into Google and you type see aftermarket trading for the indices, you can get an idea before market open. But it does look like we could get a rejection on Monday, and I just find it a little suspect that we got such a pump on the weekend. But again, 81,600 ideal point to scalp a short if we're not already coming down already. But if we push up, first point to short, remember 85,000, that does match the book maps. There's not much liquidity above 85,000. So I did want to cover that, guys. If you want to get access to charts, the website is shown above. And if you want to get into leverage trading, guys, Coincatch is a great option, no KYC. I do have some other no KYC options for you pinned in the first comment description. Make sure to check out this tutorial if you want to learn how to trade. That's it, guys. Expect that new video up soon where I'll be showing some charting techniques. All right, guys, trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.